Okay, this is CTAP 1, and West Coast Roller invited me to participate in the 10 RV questions survey. So the first question is, what is one thing you would change or add to your RV? And for me, what I would like to do is, I wish that the bathroom was larger because I have just kind of a small, tight little bathroom. Let me show you what that looks like. So as you can see, it's just a little bathroom. It has a fantastic vent, and then not much space for a big guy like me. So that is one thing. Kelly would like to have, what was her wish? Yeah, and both of us, we'd also like to have a more comfortable mattress. We just have a little mattress in here that came with the truck camper. And so we have, right here is a 3-inch memory foam pad, and then this here is like a 6-inch posture something or another, and the mattress itself is practically worthless. You sink right through it down onto the hard pan of the bed underneath. So that would be another one, is to get a more comfortable mattress. All right, let me take a look at the next question. Hold on. Okay, another wish is that we had 19-inch wheels for the truck. It would track better, go through mountain roads better, and have a better safety margin weight-wise. Okay, for the second question, what is something you didn't expect when you bought your first RV? Okay, well, for me, it is the truck camper, and what I didn't expect is how many upgrades, how much work I would have to do. And so let me go through this. I wrote down a list. We have Rancho 9000 shock absorbers, front and rear sway bars. We put in larger rear springs. We have airbags, a CB radio, torque lift hold downs for the truck camper. We put in ditch lights on the sides of the front bumper, and the ditch lights, what they do is when you're going down in the mountain roads up in the hills, you come up on a turn and your headlights shine forward, and then you're taking a turn into total darkness. And what the ditch lights do is they shine to the side of the vehicle, the truck, and it lights up what we are turning into. So that's a real good safety feature for us, is being able to see what it is we are turning into. So we also added more powerful backup lights, because the backup lights on the camper just don't light up anything. You can't see what you're doing. So we got some real good LED oval lights that I installed in the bumper. We installed a charge wire from the alternator directly to the batteries, and that was a big deal because we have a 160 amp alternator, and that takes care of all our power needs. But we do have solar on the roof, which is another thing that we added. We've got an inverter, we got AGM batteries, 2 fantastic fans, memory foam on the bed, and there is foam under the seats here because the foam that came with the bench is just too thin and doesn't, you can't sit very long on it. It's too hard on your butt. What else we got? We've put a lot of insulation around the bottom of the truck camper. We've got a boot or a gasket, foam gasket that goes between the truck and camper so that we can open the window and have a pass through. And the cat really likes that, being able to come back here when we're traveling. And then when we're camping or parked, the cat can go down into the cab or hang out up here. But it's a lot for the cat. Then we've got heavier duty tires. They're the 16-inch tires, but they're rated at 3,400 pounds. So that gives us an extra 400 pounds of load capacity per tire. Okay, so what was the deciding factor for choosing your RV? For me, it's the mobility and the durability of a truck camper. We can get into those mountain roads and lakes that I like to go to. And it's also good for just off-roading everywhere. What is your favorite meal camping? I like breakfast, but I enjoy cooking, so really every meal is a favorite meal for me. I mean, you can see I'm a little bit on the heavy side. Okay, what is a must-see RV destination? And to me, the best, coolest thing that I've seen is Carlsbad Cavern. And the size of it, you just cannot explain the size of it. If you have been in the Kingdom or a large domed stadium, imagine about 6 of those lined up and maybe 2 to 3 of them wide. That is how big Carlsbad Cavern is. It is just immense. You cannot describe. It's something that you need to really experience it. And that's only the areas of it that I saw. There are other areas that you need special tour permission to go to. Okay, what is your favorite thing about RVing? And I like being able to get into the remote places, mountain roads, and out in the deserts, and just away from things where I can hang out and go fishing, hiking, take pictures, just getting away from civilization and back to nature. Okay. What is your least favorite thing about RVing? Having to periodically, you have to go and empty the tanks and fill things back up. You have to come back into town from time to time to provision and get your food and whatever other things you need. So running out of supplies is one of the least favorite things, and having to empty the tanks. And then also running into messy campsites that people do not clean. I've done a video on that one too. What would be the must-have on your next RV? And probably it's got to have a decent electrical system, something that is going to run our computers and all the electrical stuff, keep the refrigerator going, keep the furnace going all night in very cold conditions. So, yeah, there's been several times where I've had to, it's been 10 and 15 degrees Fahrenheit, and so I have to get out, start the truck, and turn the truck heater on, and have air blowing through the pass-through back into the camper, but also because the batteries get run down with that furnace fan blowing all night long. So getting bigger batteries, better solar, more capacity of power in the camper would be a big one. Then another big one is cellular booster. It'd just be nice to have that cell signal in when you're right at the edge of service, but you can't quite get the service, it would make all that difference between having and not having. So that would be a real handy one. The cellular booster, kind of like a, what do they call that thing? A Wii Boost, something like that. What is your favorite adult beverage in camp? And we're not big drinkers, but one thing I will enjoy sometimes is I like a glass of port, and to just sit and watch the sunset and enjoy the breeze of the afternoon at the end of the day. And that's something that we enjoy together, just having a nice glass of wine and a couple of treats along with that, and enjoying the end of the day. And of course in the morning, coffee. And the last question, I believe, what is your favorite indoor RV accessory? And the cell phone is pretty handy, gotta say, but also we have the stereo system. And the other thing that I kind of get a kick out of watching is the cellular or the solar charge controller. I like to see how many amps of charge that I'm getting, and I always feel good on those sunny days when I'm getting a lot of charge current. So that is it. That is the 10 questions, and I would, there's a few people that I would like to hear their 10 questions answered from. Static CamperVan would be a good one. And I don't know if Element Van Life has done it yet. So those would be some people that would be interesting to hear it from, because they live in small vans, and I think that they have some pretty creative ways of living in very small places. All right, hope you enjoyed my 10 RV question answers, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.